Welcome to Blockbuster Tales, where movies come to life through epic breakdowns. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for your weekly dose of cinematic deep dives. Let's dive into the story. The story begins with Elsa living peacefully in the enchanted forest, where she feels an unfamiliar shift in the elemental magic. A whisper in the wind speaks of a forgotten place, even older than Arendelle. Meanwhile, Anna is managing Arendelle, alongside Kristoff, who is preparing for their wedding. Olaf roams the castle halls, spreading joy as always. Suddenly, the river near Arendelle turns solid ice overnight during midsummer. Elsa travels to Arendelle for answers, diving into the river of memories. There she sees visions of an ancient kingdom, buried beneath the northern glaciers, a kingdom of pure ice magic called Glaciera. A mysterious voice echoes from deep within the river, calling out to Elsa by name. She sees flashes of a woman with powers far stronger than her own. The vision ends with an image of chains and the crown of frost breaking apart. In Arendelle, Anna notices strange changes. Animals behave oddly, and unusual storms begin to form in the sky. Elsa returns, visibly shaken, and tells Anna about the voice and the kingdom she saw. Anna fears the past may repeat itself, but Elsa insists they must investigate. Kristoff agrees to go with them, and Olaf insists on coming to keep things from getting too serious. The journey begins through a snowy terrain that shouldn't exist. In summer, as they cross a cracked glacier, Elsa suddenly feels her magic waver. They are attacked by shadowy ice creatures, guardians of Glaciera. Elsa manages to fend them off using her connection to the spirits. The group finds a frozen emblem that glows when Elsa touches it, revealing a hidden path. They enter a deep cave lined with glowing blue crystals. There, murals depict a queen of ice named Seraphina who ruled Glaciera long ago. According to the paintings, Saraphina was betrayed and sealed away. The cave ends at a door with runes matching Elsa's magic. When she touches the center symbol, the door glows and whispers a name: "Return me." Back at the castle, strange events continue. Sudden hail, mirror frost on windows, and children hearing whispers in the wind. Anna becomes concerned for her people. Elsa begins having vivid dreams of Seraphina in chains. In her dream, Seraphina begs to be freed, warning of an approaching danger that threatens to consume all elemental magic. Elsa feels a deep connection and urgency. The group continues north and reaches a forest covered in frost smoke. Creatures are frozen mid-motion, and time feels warped. Olaf tries to lighten the mood, but is momentarily frozen by a sudden gust of cursed wind. Elsa unfreezes him and realizes the curse is tied to Seraphina's imprisonment. She tells Anna that they may need to release her to save everything. They find the ruins of Glaciera, a city encased in enchanted ice. At the heart lies Seraphina's prison, a crystalline sarcophagus wrapped in magical chains. Runes float around it in the air, pulsing with ancient energy. Elsa touches one and hears Seraphina say that the Fire King has awakened. He's coming to burn down the balance between elements. Anna remains cautious, but Elsa feels they have no choice but to free Seraphina. Kristoff tries to mediate, suggesting they find more history. In a library frozen in time, they find a book written by Seraphina's sister, Lysandra, who accused her of nearly destroying the world out of grief. The truth, however, is unclear. Each version tells a different story. Suddenly, the fire spirit Bruni appears. Panicked and scorched, he leads them to a mountain where firestorms are erupting, burning parts of the forest. Elsa calms the spirit and helps extinguish the flames. But it's clear that something powerful is breaking the elemental rules. The balance that was restored is now beginning to collapse again. Elsa decides to begin the ritual to free Seraphina. The sky turns dark and the earth trembles. As the last rune breaks, the ice explodes outward, revealing Seraphina tall, elegant, and radiating cold energy. She steps forward with gratitude, but her eyes hold centuries of sorrow. She asks to see Arendelle, claiming it is the last remnant of her past. They travel together to Arendelle, where Seraphina tells her story. She was the first guardian of the elements, meant to protect balance, but after her sister betrayed her, she lost control. The elemental spirit sealed her away to protect the world. Elsa begins to question her role if she, too, was meant to follow in Seraphina's footsteps. Anna still doesn't trust Seraphina, sensing something buried behind her calm demeanor. Olaf feels torn. He likes her stories, but notices how the cold air hurts even him. Kristoff suggests staying alert, just in case. Meanwhile, the Fire King, Ignarion, rises from a volcano in the far south, leaving destruction as he moves north. News of villages scorched to ash reaches Arendelle. People begin to evacuate, and Anna rushes back to protect her people. Elsa decides to confront Ignarion with Seraphina. As they prepare for battle, Elsa begins practicing new techniques. Seraphina teaches her more powerful and aggressive uses of ice. Her magic feels stronger, but darker. When they reach the burning valley, Ignarion confronts them with fury. He accuses Seraphina of starting the war centuries ago, consuming his lands in ice. Seraphina laughs and says the Fire Kingdom was always jealous of ice's clarity and power. Elsa tries to mediate, but is overwhelmed by the energy building between them. The confrontation ends in a fiery shockwave. Elsa shields Seraphina, but the explosion knocks her unconscious. In her unconscious state, Elsa enters a dream of the first elemental convergence, seeing Seraphina losing control, freezing entire lands in grief and rage. She wakes with tears, unsure if she's trusting the wrong person. Anna arrives at the battlefield and helps heal the wounded. She demands answers from Elsa, who finally confesses her doubts. Anna urges her to think with her heart, not just her power. Olaf reminds her that love is what kept her from turning into someone else in the past. Elsa realizes she must face Seraphina soon. Seraphina returns to Glaciera and begins forming an army of ice giants. She declares the age of balance is over and that fire must be erased. The skies grow darker, and a new storm spreads across the lands. The spirits begin to retreat, losing trust in Elsa as she didn't stop Seraphina earlier. Elsa vows to make things right. The final battle begins as Seraphina unleashes a storm across the northern lands. Arendelle's rivers freeze solid, and snow covers the crops. Anna leads the people in defense, while Kristoff uses mountain paths to evacuate villagers. Olaf holds the castle together, leading kids with stories and jokes as the city shakes. Elsa confronts Seraphina at Arendelle, now encased in swirling winds and frozen spires. They clash with fierce power ice against ice. Elsa channels each of the four elemental spirits: earth, wind, water, and fire one by one. She combines them with her ice magic in a brilliant wave of light that cracks the sky. Seraphina tries to overpower Elsa, but Elsa sees into her heart, a heart broken by loss and centuries of isolation. She offers Seraphina peace, not punishment. In a moment of vulnerability, Seraphina lets go of her rage. The power collapses into snowflakes, and Seraphina begins to fade. Smiling for the first time, the storm breaks, and balance returns to the land. The elemental spirits restore order to the environment. Glaciera melts back into nature, leaving only the central crystal where Seraphina vanished. Elsa feels a part of her soul quiet. Olaf gathers the group and hugs Elsa tightly, calling her the bravest snow queen ever. Back in Arendelle, life returns to normal. The citizens cheer for Anna, who led with compassion and courage. Kristoff and Anna finally have their wedding simple and beautiful, with Olaf officiating. Elsa watches from afar, smiling proudly, knowing Anna was always meant to lead the people. Elsa returns to the enchanted forest, but decides to rebuild Glaciera not as a kingdom of ice, but as a sanctuary where magic can grow safely. The spirits follow her, and the crystal glows again, symbolizing hope. A new chapter begins for all. The movie ends with Elsa standing on a cliff beside the restored land. Looking toward the horizon, a single snowflake floats upward, spinning into a glowing symbol of balance. Then, from deep within Arto Hallen, a soft voice echoes once more, suggesting the story of magic may never truly end.